It's okay. How many of your athletes have gone on to college?
Uh, Everyone that I've had, except for a couple of them that didn't want to. I had a kid from Alma Heights a couple years ago that won the state, won it, I think, third place in the shot, and sixth place, I think, in the discus. He didn't want to go. He had offers to go, but everybody's different to go to college. You know, we've had, I'll get out of the 12, so I think, that one guy, went to state, and in fact, two girls that we had here at Burbank went to college, but they didn't go to state. But again, it depends on what year you're up against, what kind of competition you're up against, But they had the ability to get there, you know what I mean? They just kind of started kind of late a little bit, all right? So anyway, that's what happened. When everybody just makes up their own goals, they make up their own decision. It's how hard they want to work, all right? That's what it comes down to. A lot of years of learning through my own mistakes, and I even learned from the own athletes as well too. Some athletes that coach, because I find out that everybody's different. Everybody's different. We don't have one person that's exactly the same as the other person. All right, some people have more flexibility than others. Some people have less flexibility than others. Some people have more power than others. Sometimes you even have to modify a little bit of the technique a little bit sometimes. All right, if you don't have time to actually work with them. For example, I'll go out there and measure your flexibility. Some people have the strength. What grade are you in? 10th grade, all right, you got to really get on it and work on some speed and that kind of stuff. For example, right now, you might have to work on some flexibility. Everybody's different. For example, one thing that I'll do is I'll go out there and teach the kids, what I can. But the whole thing about it is that once I teach you how to do it, you've got to turn and help somebody else and teach them. Because you know what? There's only one coach. And there have been times when I've had, 15 guys. That's a lot of guys. And everybody wants my attention. Coach, well, look at me, and they get kind of mad because I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at this guy here, or I'm looking at that guy here. All right. So, Fred, sit down, please. Thank you. All right. So anyway, so that's what happens. They get kind of mad. Our coach is not paying attention to them. All right. So that's what happens. So in other words, what you learn right now today, you might forget something, and he might remember it. Oh no, remember when he said this? He said that about it. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. So therefore you guys can help each other out a little bit. And you have to learn how to become a teacher as well too. Okay? If you become a great teacher, you can help the coaches out, you help out everybody else in the team too. All right? So that's kind of help hand in hand a little bit. That's what I've done it. When I left at McCullum High School, I coached there for about 20 years. And every year that I was there, everybody went to regionals. About 3 or 4 guys went to state. Okay? But again, it's all about working hard. It's all about working hard. It's all about committing yourself to wanting to be great. All right, and I can tell you, you know what? There's nothing wrong to shoot for the moon and miss it, but it's really bad if you shoot down low and hit it. You know what I mean? That's not even expecting much of yourself. You know what I mean? So it's gonna hurt because I came short. I just came 1 inch short from breaking the school record. But all that work you put into it, and I've had guys that have broken school record by 1 inch, and things like that, so it's a lot of great things. So anyway, that's much about myself. I love the shot, I love the discus, because you can dig somebody that's an average person, and as long as they're committed to want to become a better thrower, then that's going to happen. I can't ever promise everybody they're going to go to state, but I guarantee you, I can promise that if you work your hardest, you're going to be good. Okay? You're going to be good. Now, it's going to take year in and year out of just working by yourself. Shot and discus, people say, well, it's an individual sport. Yeah, it is to a certain time, a certain point, but it also is a team sport because whatever you score, you put points on the team, as you come in certain meets and so forth, right? So it's also a team sport as well. So again, you have to know how to become not only an individual hard worker, but also a team sport type individual as well, too. All right? Now, let's go ahead and go back and just real quick, I'm going to indicate some of the things that happen for shot and discus. And if we're going to do the spin on both of them, it's excellent, okay? Now, some people may not have the coordination or the speed sometimes. That's okay. I'll tell you why. First of all, the very first part of your throw is called the balance, okay? The second part of it is called speed. I'll explain that in a few minutes, all right? The third is quickness. And then the fourth is explosiveness. All right, explosiveness, and the fourth and the fifth is follow through. All right, follow through. Those are the 5 areas in which you're going to have to work on. All right, and those areas, there's also little bitty things that you need to work on. Okay, there's about maybe 10 things in each one of them. So if you put them all together, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 things that you got to work on. I was like, shoot, you don't just go out there and throw it, do you? Well, all these little things, and I've got some things here that I'm going to teach you a little bit about each one of them. I'm not maybe end up missing, so it'd be great if you guys have questions, okay? All right, first of all, those are the areas. All right, what we're going to do is talk about, before we do that, is how to hold the implement, how to hold the shot put, and how to hold the discus. All right, let me go ahead and hold a second. Let me get the shot put here a second. All right.